Good Saturday morning. How is everybody? Wait for a couple people to get on here. See what everybody's do. See how oops. See if we get a couple people on here to chat with. Good Saturday morning ish, afternoon ish. Hey Judy, hello, hello, hi Shannon, hi guys, how is everybody? Hi Shannon, hello, hello. Oh, hi guys. Good afternoon, I guess. Wow, today went by quick. Not sure. I thought Mary was coming down to join me in this, but I'm down in the garage. I'm going to get working on some race cars here, but I just wanted to jump on here and say hello to you guys. And I realized today what a lucky guy I am. What if, right? Hello, I'm doing great. Hi, Brenda. Thank you so much for all you do. I appreciate you guys so much. Um, Saturday, here we are, right? Rainy, not real nice out, kind of humid, but man, what a great morning I've had already. I'm going to explain all of that here in a moment. And I've realized how truly lucky I am. So, yes, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button right now while we're not talking about anything, and then come on back. Good morning, Cindy and Mark. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Actually, what I'm going to talk about, Cindy and Mark will be able to relate to this very, very well. Very well. Hi to hello. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. Good afternoon, Cindy, Jean. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for jumping on. Not sure. Mary probably doesn't know I'm live. If anybody has Mary's information or messenger, send her a message. Say, Jeff's down in the garage. He's live. He's waiting. This isn't going to be a real long live. Like I said, I got that race car right there has got to be, I want it to be on the track tomorrow. So I need to jump on that quickly. I am very blessed. Absolutely. Green is here. He's been watching over things. The angry look at the his face is because he knows that I'm not done with the cars. Hey, Holly. So he's grumpy. He's grumpy at me. He's down here watching. He's like, dude, you don't get much done. So Danielle, you got your motors back? I bet you like Mr. Letterer, don't you? Man, what a classy group they are. So yeah, right on time, just like he said. That guy, him and his wife do a. You guys don't know what we're talking about, but the people that do our motors did Danielle's son's motors this year, and I really, really like who does the motors for our race cars. Good people. So, hi, Debbie. Where's Mary? Did you guys message Mary yet? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put her phone number up here, then all you guys can call her. That'd be funny. Oh, man. As of an hour ago, when I was actually over at the SFF, Hope did not have babies yet. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Lorraine. Thank you so much. So, and I'm going to talk about all them things. Nothing big. Everything's great. Everything's great. I just come to an epiphany of how lucky, really truly lucky I am. Your motors are trashed. That's a bummer, but I can guarantee you that your motors are good now. You would love to chat with Mary Daly. Well, Shannon, tell her. Absolutely tell her. I think if I put her phone number up here, I would get in trouble. Oh, man. I don't know. I missed something. Sheila Collins. Yes, you were on Facebook, and I absolutely see your comment. Yes. She's due May 2nd, which is coming, right? So, anybody doing anything fun today other than hanging out here and watching somebody that's supposed to? I think she's here. Did they message you?
Yes.
Because I was about to Oh, Danielle, you're going up there? Cool. Let me know how it is. I want to know how educational it is as far as the cow stuff. Let me know. Um, so you don't know this yet, but I've come to an epiphany today.
Ooh, big work.
How lucky and blessed that I truly am. And we talked a little bit on the phone about some things, but so while I was out this morning, I got to realize what great friends I have with Andy and Jay. You know, we went to breakfast and we just got to hang out, and it was it was a lot of fun, and it was good times, just hanging out, just chilling out. And I'm like, man, I really do got great friends. Yes, I did not make it to the Liberty last night. Maybe tonight ish.
We'll see. I went to. I don't know if you'll have this. They have bingo here, and last night was meat bingo. Like you could actually win meat with a bunch of friends. We did not win anything, so I got home too late for really to go to the Liberty.
Yeah, and I didn't feel like it was fair for Jaden to go there. And honestly, I like, man, if I get a good night's sleep, I'm going to get down in the garage and get some stuff done. But ended up getting the invite to breakfast, and like I said, I thoroughly, I can't explain it, but there's some days where you just enjoy hanging out. And the three of us went out to breakfast. We had great conversation, and it was just really cool. And on the way back from breakfast, we went over to Lake Road and we drove the truck back on the property. I know I'm bouncing you guys. I'm sorry. And it was just like, wow, this is really happening. It's exciting and yet nerve-wracking all at the same time. But and this is the part that Mary doesn't know. Do you remember when we used to go to the our diner, and there was always a lady there that had a stepson that raced when I raced?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say his name, but so I just found out that he is in his last days because he has a very bad brain cancer. He's 39 years old. 39 years old. And I'm thinking, and this brought me to, and Mary and I talked today that I really, really, really need to start get better care of myself. And I got to quit looking and you've told me this 1,000 times, that I got to quit looking at it. I have to take care of myself. I need to look at it as I get to take care of myself. Because here's a guy that was always in shape. He was always thin, 39 years old. Guys, he's got days to weeks to live. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? Like, I joke about my belly, but guys, I'm telling you, I don't have much energy like I used to. I'm not sleeping good. And I think for whatever reason, I feel like today was my sign. Like I need to step up. And Mary and I have talked about some things, and she had no idea this is what I was going to talk about. No. And I didn't know this is what I was going to talk about today because I came home and I thought, I'm going to go live. Like we're going to talk about this.
Actually, I told him, I'm like, look.
I'm going to grab a drink, which is not on my diet program.
That's okay. I'm like, look, we've been through so much. And if I fall in love with you again and things start going great and you chill over with a heart attack because you're not taking care of yourself, I'm like, I mean, I can't even imagine. And I can't even imagine for Jaden. And why are we moving? No. So I can't imagine it for Jaden. I can't imagine it for Jeff. And that is one of the things. I mean, like we get to like, I even talked to Jaden like about like, because he does not like to move. He prefers to sit. But like the kids that I see, they would do anything to be able to run, to be able to sit up by themselves. We take for granted so much. But I told him I've got some. I can definitely get healthier, so I think we're going to try to do it.
I think, like you said, it needs to be a family thing.
It needs to be a family thing.
And quite honestly, if we're running around, no, I don't stay up there. And quite honestly, I feel like Lake Road's going to help because I'm not going to have time to sit on the couch. But like Mary said, she doesn't want me to fall over with a heart attack moving straw bales so I think it needs to start now.
And I think what we did talk about, and I hope nobody gets offended by this, but it's just my thing is like, yeah, Lake Road is great. Racing is great. But if he doesn't take care of his health, it's all for nothing, really. I mean, not nothing, but like you've got they learned in martial arts. If you don't have your health, you don't have well, you can't live you can't be the dad you want to be to Jaden.
Right. And that's what I said to you earlier. Like, I'm getting by, right? But I don't want to just get by anymore. I know that, the knucklehead who wants to go to the doctor and get the shot. I'm not saying I'm not going to get the shot to help lose weight, but I also feel like I need to, and this is where I'm going to struggle because, and Mary could tell you this, I'm 100% all or nothing. I don't have a medium. So she reminded me today that I'm not going to be able to go out and run a 5K like I used to be able to. And maybe it starts with after dinner taking the dog for a walk as a family.
It used to make me so mad because in your younger days, like he would go out and then first time out in a year, 2 years, run 2 miles. So, but like what we were talking about is,
I'm sorry.
What we were talking about is like now that you're adulting.
I am adulting.
He's adulting. He's doing so well that we just need to, they say walking after you eat lowers your blood sugar. It's good for Jaden. It's good for the dog. It's good for us all. So, yeah. And I don't know. I'm not really following this whole Cheryl and Sinko deal, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're all good. We love Sinko. Sinko's going to come live with us on Lake Road.
Sinko
is my boy. So let's.
And listen, guys. He's getting so spoiled. So, like I said, I got to be over at the farm this morning, and I got out of the car, and I swear he knows his name. And you know who else I think knows his name? You're not going to believe me. You can ask Jay. I think Tom knows his name. But anyhow, I said, I have a thing of yelling their names. I did it with Chuck, and now I'm doing it with Sinko. And he kind of got up because he was laying down. And he knows, because I don't know if he's seen me get in the bucket where the muffins are, but he all but galloped to the end of the fence. I didn't go inside with him, and I didn't spend a lot of time doing the things. I fed him his muffins, told him we loved him, and said, now go back under your shelter. It's raining.
Yeah, that's one thing we were talking about live is like, we decided it's fine to pet Sinko, but I think you treat him a little bit like Royce and kind of want to get him all excited, and that's something we don't.
And I'm gonna start backing off from that. The other thing about Sinko, and then I'm gonna get off of that subject. Jay and I talked. There is a plan after he's banded to move him into a bigger pasture area until Lake Road's ready. And there's going to be shelter there, and there's going to be water for him. And then I told him that Mary and I would also go spend a little more time with him, so he doesn't, So
if you see Cheryl roll past, let me know.
I can't see that far.
No.
Who's Cheryl? What's going on with Cheryl?
No, something about Sinko, but I don't really want to give her any energy or time.
Well, let me step up because I'll see what's.
I don't know. Sinko's loved by everybody. I don't know. It's on up there, so we're not gonna.
Nope.
We don't have time for that. Life's too good, No.
Wow, Joyce lost 134 pounds, and they took me a year just cutting back and drinking a lot of. Wow, good for you. Good for you.
Oh.
And so, here's what I've learned. So, and this is actually Jay's fault.
You're an adult, so it's not Jay's fault.
I was off the soda kick. I was off of it.
Just a second. Tom's not going with us. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Soda kick, go.
Yes.
Oh,
you would love Tom.
No, I don't. No.
So I was completely off soda. And then about a year ago or two, I don't even know when, we were up. I remember it just like it was yesterday. Now I was still drinking my diet green tea. Jay says, you should have a Diet Coke. And then he was teasing me. And it was hot. All we even had was warm. It was York Fair setup. We just had warm sodas. And Diet Coke, he had some because that's what he was drinking at. And he was talking about the bubbly feeling going, I'm like, oh, man. He says it's diet. No sugar. I'm like, all right. So I started drinking that. And then I started liking that. And before you know it, I'm back on regular. And now I've absolutely loved the Dr. Pepper thing. And I've tried the no sugar stuff. And it has phenylalanine.
I don't know.
But it has the artificial sweetener makes me feel like crap. So rather than feeling like crap, I just drink the sugar nonsense. So no, diet soda is not good. The fake sugar is worse. And quite honestly, I feel like aspartame. That's exactly it, Carly. Thank you.
Shaking. Got it. You do have some water with flavor packs for your lunch, but you haven't been taking them.
So Mary has been. We've been talking today about grocery lists and whatnot, and come to find out that she's already taking care of me, and I didn't know it. She's got me snacks that are a little more healthy, and yeah.
No, so
diet sodas is bullcrap. I agree.
And I started that because I'm a Coke girl. I'll admit it. But I'm actually okay if I can drink like 4 ounces of Coke. I can like have a bottle last me for quite a while if you don't drink it.
Hi, Karen.
Hey, Janook.
Janook.
But Liquid IV. I have Liquid IV up there, and you have.
I like Propel too. You know, so is Gatorade bad for you? Like the high test?
It's not great. It's a sugar.
Yeah.
It's a sugar,
water.
Sugar.
See, that's what I think. And that's what I was doing when I was exercising. I would drink a lot of water. I think I need to get back to that. Yeah, Hillary, you're absolutely. I agree. She said about packing lunches for sure. And quite honestly, it saves money because right now I don't pack lunches. I'll stop and have my coffee in the morning and my granola bar. And then I try not to eat like lunch. And then I pig out on the way home, convenience store or whatever. And then you end up spending $12 or $13.
And I think honestly, and don't kill me if I got
10 pant sizes.
I think a lot of it for you goes back to, and maybe I'm crazy, is I think if you could figure out your CPAP and you could have a good night's sleep, because I think a lot of times you get the munchies and you eat because you're tired and you don't want to fall asleep driving, so you snack.
Absolutely.
So I think if we could, because I told him I want him to be super, super diligent with his CPAP.
Yep.
So, because I mean, I know he stays down here in the garage or he stays up late and then he doesn't really deal with it. But I think
the carbonation is bad and makes the belly fat. And that's the part I like about the soda is the carbonation. I absolutely think just cutting back. I don't mind. Like I have Gatorades Zero, had them. I don't mind them a bit.
And I think little steps add up to big progress. And I think that's where, because in the past it's like
soda's a big one.
I think in the past we've gone from like eating crap and then all he'll eat is chicken and broccoli and only healthy stuff. So I think to make a lifestyle change, it's just going to have to be gradual. And
I don't know anything about seltzers. I thought seltzers are an alcohol thing.
No, they have like flavor. 130 pounds. When son lost 130
Sydney,
pounds when he
Ohio.
found out he had fatty liver. He's 23. Wow. Yeah, and I think that's it. Like you can still have your favorite food, just don't have lots of it. Yeah,
I think I've had. So I'm probably on my 3rd Dr. Pepper already today.
Are you really?
Yep.
Do you know how much sugar that has in it?
I know.
I looked the other day.
I know.
Just for me.
Yep, I need to for sure.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to give them like a little heads up about what we're about to do?
You can absolutely do it.
Okay, so the deal is.
I'm gonna go out. I'll be right back.
Okay, so the deal is, Jaden came home from work.
You can talk
Jaden came home from school yesterday, and he's hiding something. I'm like, what are you hiding? Nothing, Mom. And he's a horrible secret keeper. So he's like, when are you gonna do your next live? I'm like, I don't know. I said probably Monday. I had no idea. So to make the long story short, he's a horrible secret keeper. So today he got it out, and in art class he made a pottery thing of Chuck, and he's so proud of it. So I'm gonna go get him. Daddy's on live, and let him bring it down and show you all, because he loves to make you happy.
Yeah, she's a good kid.
I'm gonna keep reading some of these real quick. Change the plate size, and it still looks full.
Right, heard of that? Yep. That's not good. You cut out the soda, and it'll help. Yep.
And I think, and you will agree, I think the soda is like a blood sugar ride too, because your blood sugar goes up and then it bottoms
then
out.
You crash.
So
honestly, I think I don't know. I swear I'm addicted to it. I really do. I really feel like, because it's hard to walk by and not grab one.
But what we've talked about though is like we have gone for years, pretty much I will say existing, not really living with purpose. We just kind of survive and without killing each other. We were pretty proud about that. But now, like, if we want to do all we want to do, we want to reach our dreams and we want to live the life I think we're meant to live, we have to live on purpose. Oh, I'm sorry, Debbie, I talked too fast. So we have to live on purpose. And that's what our plan is.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. I've told you before, please, if I talk fast, you can fuss at me. If you do it politely, I won't care at all. Just tell me to lower down.
Lower down, girl. Here.
And especially when especially when I'm passionate or I get excited about things. And our help is something. Honeycomb. His help is something, or our help is something that I'm kind of passionate about because. I mean, like Jaden would be. We have such a small. I mean, we don't have a lot of extended family locally, and Jeff would just Jaden would absolutely be devastated. He would.
Keep your ears pretty,
He would be
Mama.
absolutely devastated if anything happened to his daddy, and I would too. So, and I have a family history of I have a family history of like heart disease, and so it's just everybody. So listen, you chat, and I'm gonna go get
All right,
Jaden.
I'm gonna go chat.
Jaden was like, "Mom, let him be on for a little bit, so there are people that can see it." So Janook said, "Be good."
I'm being good, Janook.
No, you're not.
So, like I said, this morning we got to hang out. I got to see Sinko and all the animals, and Jay, Teresa. Hello. So it was good. I realized what great friends I have. It was so cool hanging out with Andy and Jay, and we just chilled and we just talked, and it was so nice. It was so nice. Like I said, there's a plan now for Sinko. After he gets banded to go to a little bit larger area until I get some things set up over at Lake Road. Jay and I walked around over at Lake Road this morning. I thought about turning the camera on, but you guys, sometimes it's just nice just to hang out with your friends. And we talked about some old stories and some old things, before Andy came along that happened over there. And it was just so nice. Kim, I don't answer them kinds of questions. Absolutely love Lester. I wish I was closer. I would absolutely love to be helping with the gate projects. That'd be so much fun. But so yeah, last night Jaden and I we got to go to what's going on? Last night we went to this place called Green Dragon, which is a farmer's market. And then also there is a small animal auction.
Yeah, let me finish.
Let me finish this, and then I'll let you come on here. Small animal auction, and they auction off animals, and there was goats there, and bunnies, and guinea pigs, and rabbits, and ducks, and all sorts of chickens, and
I can't believe they didn't come home with them.
I'll tell you what, guys, if Holly, we should all go. We should all go. It was so cool. And so I actually just went for the animal auction, but the actual farmer's market was open yet. So we got to walk around, and somebody had a whoopie pie.
You didn't tell me that.
I have video of it, which I might post that video a little. Oh yeah, we should all meet up and go. And then after that, we can go to the Liberty afterwards. Right.
Don't piss on that.
I forget where I was going. Yeah, bud.
Dad.
Yeah.
Talk louder so everybody will hear.
So at school we had art,
Okay.
and I made this.
Wow! Look at that. That's Chuck.
Get it closer so they can see the horns.
Look at that, guy. That's awesome.
You can put your stuff in here.
I can put my keys in there. Wow. Thanks, bud. You even got your name on the bottom.
We have to do that.
That's awesome.
I forgot the nose, but
It's okay.
That's all right. So there's Chuck, made out of clay. Are you an artist?
You are very creative.
Wow, buddy. That's all. Well, even the fact that you thought of me during school and during art class, that's special to me. Do I get a hug? Thank you, buddy.
There's such a good
I'm going to put it down here and then I'll put it up in my room, all right?
okay.
Thanks, bud.
That was very nice, J-Man.
That was
I thought that was Jaden.
Jaden's not green,
Well, I
Mama.
just saw that.
Oh, man. Oh, yes. So anyhow, I forget so we were at the Green Dragon, and they started auctioning off all these things, and I'm like, whew, I'm really glad I don't have fencing done, because them goats looked scared. I'm so used to seeing goats that walk up to you when you walk in a barn. these goats were all back in the corner and scared to death, and they were adult goats. There were some babies there, but it just, and honestly, and those of you that have followed Steinmetz Family Farm for a while will remember Dennis, who had passed away. There was a goat there that looked so much like Dennis. If we'd have had, yeah, never mind.
I know.
So
our first order of listen. The first purchase of an animal. We're gonna buy Sinko a cow.
Right. And we have Kim's help. Look, we're navigating some things.
Yeah.
So what I've learned was that when we do have things set up, I probably won't go to auction anymore.
You can go, but you leave me all your money.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen anybody else say anything about. I love Dennis too.
It's freezing.
Yeah. So, I really think all of us need to step back, take a deep breath, and realize how lucky we really are.
Yeah, Flo, that's what we were talking about. Look for a free Martin for Sinko.
Yes, we have talked about that. And here's the thing, and I would absolutely talk to Jay. I still think now a free Martin is an option. And Jay and I, like I said, we just got to sit down and talk today, guy. I can't express how wonderful that was. And you guys probably get it. No cameras, no drama, just three guys sitting around the breakfast table discussing life. And we talked about the cows and my idea of just having bulls, but what if Sinko's fixed? Could I have a female? And just all the things. It was just really nice. And then to be able to drive over to Lake Road and just, guys, I'm telling you, that land is so special to me. And to be able to drive my truck on the back lot and just, it's amazing. It's amazing. Bromancing, absolutely. So Susie, I absolutely want to get Sinko a friend. Absolutely. Like Mary said, that is going to be the absolute first animal we purchase.
And the thing is, I think we're going to talk to people that have experience with cattle to determine what is a good mix and what is the best mix with the least amount of drama. So we're still in the process of trying to figure that out. But yes, that is definitely, like I said, that personally, I think should be the first purchase.
I agree. I agree 100%. It's one day at a time. Like I said, this vehicle behind me is Project 1.
It is. Green Dragon.
Oh, the Green Dragon. Yes, it's absolutely there. And it was cool.
We'll have to take you all sometime.
Here's what we should do. Yeah, well, absolutely. So I may or may. So when you're in the when we're inside the actual auction house, they tell you that no video and no pictures, photographs. Now I may or may not have snuck a little video because I had my bibs on, which I may post that. Jaden's like, Dad, you're going to get us kicked out.
Mr. Rule follower.
I'm like, they don't hear nothing.
Hey, Cindy. Yeah, we are definitely going to have a cleanup day. I didn't know you live close by.
Cindy, you live in Sinking Spring?
Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
So we definitely are going to do that. We actually talked about that. I said we need to get a date on the calendar.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think, and this is I think after next weekend, just having the first race under your belt, 2 cars done, I think is going to be awesome.
Yep.
So, and then I think we can start planning like the cleanup day, because that's what we were talking. We have to do that before we can really do anything else.
Cindy, we used to years ago, Mary and I rented a house on Old Fritztown Road, Sinking Spring.
Do you know where Slatington is?
I know where Slatington. You know where Slatington is?
Where?
It's up near Keystone.
Okay.
Absolutely. I worked in Slatington. I worked at what's the school district up there? They're the Bulldogs. Northern Lehigh. I worked up at the Northern Lehigh School District. I actually worked up at the middle school, if you know where that's at.
Hey, Gail, just really quick. That is actually like one of our utmost things. That's why we want to talk to people.
Yes.
We do not want somebody coming in and Sinko falling to the low man on the totem pole. He spent so long being the low man on the totem pole. He's coming into his own. He is happy. And so we want to find a member to add to the herd that's going to allow him to keep that status. Not like we don't want him to be a bully, but we want him to be the big man on campus.
Tabitha, hello and thank you so much. Everybody be very nice to Tabitha. She's a new member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Northern Lehigh High School. I work there and the middle school right on the same parking lot.
Michigan in the
That's
house.
where you're at. Wow, okay. Yep, very nice.
We're excited about Lake
We are
Road.
very excited about Lake Road.
Never in and I've said it a million times, never in a million years did I think I would be excited about
Cindy
Lake,
Cooks.
that I'd be excited about Lake Road or doing this, because it's just, would you have imagined it?
I never thought anything like that would happen. You know, it's such a, in my mind, it's such a valuable property. And quite honestly, if the house was completely remodeled, it would probably be gone.
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So, you know, Andy and I talked about things happen for a reason, and you know, with God's timing and whatnot, you just never know. What if, right? What if? And now here we are. If I had to hand pick a property to be able to do what I'm, bring a case of beer. Where are we bringing a
Just
case?
really quick, I'm gonna go. And let me tell you, whatever he said, it didn't bother me. Do not worry about it.
Oh yeah, I don't
Like
remember.
there are people that are
No, Ann,
there
you're
are
good.
people that are intentionally jerks, and then there are people that sometimes maybe things come across a little bit different on social media. But like we said, we kind of, well, we know your heart, you know our heart. So we love y'all. Please don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. Idaho Lifestyle Luther, welcome and thank you. We certainly appreciate everybody that comes home from Leicester.
Hey, Ivy. I don't know that there's any. I don't know that Jason. She said if the Lake Road house would be for sale, would you buy it?
If what?
Up.
Now I was reading something.
Lake Road, if it was fixed up.
I couldn't afford it, guys.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford it. So here's the and I've explained this before, and I love talking about it. But so if it was fixed up, obviously the value would go up, even with the way it is. So it's a farmhouse. So the idea coming in a lot, you know, in a perfect world, you know, you come in, you knock the old house down, and you whatever. I don't think that would be Jay and Lauren's wants, even though it wouldn't be theirs at that point. But it's a farm property. It's got a very old farmhouse on it that does not have a garage, a basement like we're in right now. In order to,
and it needs some help.
It needs a lot of work downstairs. The upstairs Jay made beautiful, but it would need a lot of work. And quite honestly, I think this is the perfect scenario for both, because I really don't think Jay wants to let it go.
He loves that property.
He loves that property with so many cool memories there. And the other thing is, what's he going to do with all his wood piles? But
yeah.
On a serious note, though, even if he would sell it or whatever down the road, even the way it sits, we would have to put a pretty good amount of money into it, because Mary would want a nice kitchen, and she deserves these things.
Not like a food.
No,
not a bit nicer.
A very functional kitchen with plenty. So that would be a big remodel, because the kitchen there didn't get done.
And I think our big thing is we don't want to go in a huge amount of debt at our age.
And that's where I was heading. That even if, all right, we could do that, we'd sell this place, which we would make money on this, take it over there, but we'd still have to take out a sizable loan to be able to buy that place and remodel the house. And because I could do plumbing, electric, heating, and all that. I'm not a carpenter. I hate that kind of work. I'm not good at it. I don't have the tools. It wouldn't get done. And then on the other side of that is I'd have to put up a sizable pole building, because if I'm going to put up a pole building for the racing, I might as well put one up big enough to do the farm stuff and the race stuff. And that's a, you know, to pour concrete and all them things. And like Mary said, I don't want to leave this earth leaving Jaden with a debt, a huge debt. Now, if we were 30 years old talking about this,
Sandy, thank you. Sorry, the comments go so fast. It's nothing personal whatsoever. So thank you for all you do.
and can I talk about the comments too?
Yeah,
I've learned
sure.
that, and Jay's taught me this. Sorry, there's a race
That's
car
okay.
there. That I read comments that get sidetracked. So when I'm in the midst of a story like I just was, I try not to read the comments. I'm trying to get better about that. So I absolutely love interacting with you guys. Love it. That's my favorite thing to do on social media, because when I was just a regular old follower and Jay didn't know me, and he would say, like, if I would say something, he would read it, I would get excited. So I absolutely, not that we're anywhere near.
But it's kind of a catch-22 because some people get aggravated because when you're like squirrel and you read comments and don't finish the story. And then, so we're just going to we're trying.
And Dunlap. Yes, I am on app called StreamYard. I am on Facebook and YouTube. Yes. This is the same setup. Just that I brought my laptop down, and this is the same setup that you see Mary's on Monday. So.
Oh, he's talking about.
What's your guy over there called?
You Green? Is that who we're talking about?
Oh, is that who you're talking about? You Green?
You Green. A little creepy. You guys do need to get a mod to share your membership link. Okay.
Carly, that's a good idea.
We're like, honestly, we are really, really new to all this. So we're learning, and thank you all for being patient with us as we learn. And
absolutely.
What is he doing?
He's exercising.
You all are awesome.
Yeah, we really do appreciate you guys.
And we do. And like I've always said, if for some reason a comment goes by, if for some reason there's something you want to tell us about it, if we do not answer your comment at any given time, you can email us. I'm try my best to get back to email in a really, really good, timely fashion.
What's going on?
He's to the membership.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ricardo, thank you so much. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
So,
you Green.
We probably do need more mods.
Yeah. Yep.
That's one of it.
Carly's on here all the time. I
Yeah.
wonder if she wants to be a mod.
I'll click her name.
Carly, would you like to be a mod?
Click her name. I think. No.
No.
We'll figure it out.
Holly's always on here. She could be a mod too. I'm working on it.
Alicia.
Gail, yeah, there's a lot of all you guys should be mods. Am I going to get a sheep for Twizzler? No. Never say no. Never say never. But for again, goal number 1 is to get some fencing up, and goal number 2 is a buddy for my first goal's got to be to get Sinko over to Lake Road, make sure he's safe, healthy, and all the things he needs with a buddy. Now, earlier somebody was talking. Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say, I don't know how to say your name. It's Jai Lee. She was gifted the membership by Ricardo. I wanted to say welcome.
Wow, very nice. Welcome, welcome. When that stuff comes up, and I'm rolling, just go ahead and click it up on the screen, and then we'll. What was I talking about?
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. And welcome to all these people from Lester's channel.
Does your Green need a girlfriend? Well, yeah. I don't even remember. Was breakfast good this morning? Absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And have asked donkey.
Funny thing about a donkey. Last night, so Jaden don't understand how the yeah, he's Jaden's got this thing about a donkey right now, and of course you got to have 2. Poor kid. He doesn't really understand that donkeys are expensive, and he's like, Dad, when we walked in and seen the Dad, do you think there'll be a donkey here? I'm like, Bud, man, I doubt it. And then he was so again, and I didn't quite like it, but the way they get rabbits out of the box.
Oh, he does not like
no. So these things are put in boxes and they're pushed along rollers, and they get up to the auction stand, and then they pick the rabbits up kind of by the scruff of their neck, and they're I get it. Jaden's like, Dad, I don't like the way they're holding them. And I'm like,
I know, he doesn't care.
He's very protective of animals.
Somebody asked about Elliot, and I don't know. Jay, okay, cool.
Hi,
Jay Lee.
I don't know. I mean, Jay's talked about it, but nothing's been. And again, guys, that has to be down the road. That has to be down
Is
the road.
that Annette cooking Annette? She said, I heard you were looking for me. Because remember, we got all these things and she went
Oh, is
behind.
it where?
It's up higher.
Annette, did you send us a bunch of stuff?
Bunch of cooking stuff.
Where's that at?
It's up higher.
Well, how do I go up higher?
I don't know. Annette,
Annette.
Can you come in again? Because we're going to lose. So what we were talking about, Elliot.
Holly.
Hi, Diana. Sorry, guys.
It's close to the Liberty. I'm trying to think of the name. It's at that funky intersection.
Carolyn.
Boyers. I'll get you the information.
That is our goal. That is our first goal. Is once we get Lake Road set up with fencing, we are going to move Sinko, and we will not move Sinko without him having a friend. So that is absolutely the plan. Ricardo, 5 gifted memberships. Holy cow!
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, guys. This is crazy.
Yes, Jaden does not like the way they treat animals at auction. He's like, they treat them like property.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
right, Tracy. It just, well, the other thing was there's a lot of Amish and Mennonites, and he was, Dad, they dress so much nicer than us. I'm like, yeah, well, they do. Because they have he calls them top hats. And
can Elliot go to Lake Road? I think she's staying with.
I don't know. They talked about it, but briefly, it was kind of a joking thing. It's okay.
Yeah.
The answer for right now is obviously no. Look at someone's name and what? I want to see something.
But my thing is, the deal is, but I think that's on YouTube. It's not on StreamYard.
Oh.
That may be the problem.
Okay. Well, we'll work on that.
We're not moving to Lake Road. We are going to have a camper, so we will stay at Lake Road some.
Mm-hmm.
We will have the fencing. We will have Sinko. We will have We'll have Sinko and a friend, and we will have our goats, and that's where we are starting.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, obviously donkeys can't be there by themselves. But again, so back to the whole Sinko thing and needing a buddy, and obviously I don't want to bring a mature Jersey bull in there and then Sinko get.
Thank you, Dee. Sorry, Dee gifted 5
What?
Adventures Warrior memberships.
Wow, you guys!
You are awesome.
Thank you so much. You know what this means? We're going to do some membership.
It's
Annette. Wow, Annette. Thank you.
For
The night we opened everything, if you guys don't know, Annette's the one that sent us a whole bunch of really cool cooking stuff. Everything. Measuring. Mary's not allowed to use. We didn't get to cook last Wednesday because of the goat snuggling event that we got to be able to go do at Jaden's school, but we are back on track. A sweet lady sent me a recipe for tater tot casserole or something, which sounded good. I think we are going to go ahead and make that this week, Wednesday-ish. Wednesday. So, yeah.
Yeah, we have to make it Wednesday because Jaden has martial arts on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we've missed a few.
Yeah.
Because of like doing the cooking live, and we can't do that to him because
Hi, Trina.
He's making progress. So, Ricardo, I hope your mom's doing good. I think you said that she slept better last night.
So I was, before I seen Annette come on here, I was talking about Sinko. My original plan was to get a bottle baby. The bottle baby would actually have to stay here at this property because he would need fed 4 times a day out of the bottle, I think they said, until he got strong enough where he wouldn't need the milk. And then my thoughts were, now obviously at some point, because Sinko's small, whatever we get is probably going to get bigger than him. But I feel like if they grow up with Sinko and they're a calf, that Sinko would establish that he's the big guy on campus. That's my thoughts. I don't know.
If you get the donkey, he'd be fine with Sinko.
If you fix Jay's donkey, he'd be fine with Sinko. Once you take the boy parts, aggressive won't be bad, especially if it's done before he's 2. And you're talking about the boy parts off of the donkey?
The donkey, yes.
Now, see, I don't know. I know nothing. And Mary and I have talked. We know that the donkeys can also act as
protectors.
of the property, and that would be great.
And we love the little dessert dishes. You know the little dessert dishes that come in the little.
Absolutely, yes. I can't wait to use my.
Ricardo, your mom's been auctioned. This is the first week. It's been a roller coaster. My mom had lung disease, and it's just anytime I think you see a parent struggling, it's always so hard.
Yeah.
And Tracy, I do think you are right.
I do too.
I think we want in an idealistic world that we're going to determine who is the dominant one, and you're right. We have no say of that, but we want to give him as much opportunity as he can. We just because he's all. I mean, like he was. I don't want to say bullied because that's not the animals don't bully each other, but he was definitely the low man on the totem pole.
See, Janook says she knows people with one donkey, but it has other animals, and one may be okay.
Oh.
I would love that.
I just think he needs somebody. He's got.
Oh, he definitely is going to need a friend. Definitely.
And okay, people think I feel like sometimes people think I'm crazy. Like people at work, I do think I'm nuts because I'm like, Sinko just has such a big personality. I would have never thought a bull would have such a huge personality. So I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose that, but I want him to have a friend.
I have not lost weight, Vera, but thank you. I got my hair cut. That might be it. I'm hoping in a month you can say that though. Yeah.
Sinko is. I mean, he is fun.
He is fun.
Just found out you have COPD and you stopped smoking now 9 weeks. That is awesome,
Yeah,
Jolie.
wow.
That is wonderful.
Good job.
That has to be so hard to do, but so proud of you for doing that. Because one donkey in with the horses and one donkey in with the cows.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sinko loves company. I think the cruelest thing to do, I mean, like, he has to have a friend when we move to Lake Wright.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Something. And maybe a donkey with him, if that's a thing, maybe even if it's not a permanent thing and Jay and Lauren agreed to it, maybe that's I don't know. That's something we'd have to discuss. I don't know.
Yes, Missy, we are live right now.
Missy Smallwood, hello. We're live.
Saturday afternoon.
Sinko is absolutely a sweetheart.
He is.
Absolutely. And here's what, and I realize I'm taking some of you guys' advice. I'm not going to be completely hands off, but I am going to start treating him more like a bull. But yeah.
And another thing we talked about is that right now muffins are expected. Like if he sees people,
I can't take that from him.
No.
I'm sorry.
They can be a treat, but not every single time you see him, like every other time. But he can't automatically always associate food with people. I don't think that'd be healthy.
I'm not sure what.
Yeah, Sinko was. Yeah, okay, I will use the term. He was bullied. I think. Once again, I think that just because it sounds like the other ones were being mean, and they kind of were. But once again, in the animal world, it just kind of is the way it goes. But then once they removed him and he gained weight and was better, then
I never thought of this, guys, but I will. I'll talk to Jay about it. I mean, maybe that is an option. Papa has a donkey with his cow. Okay.
Carly says he needs a muffin intervention.
I can't help it. He's so cute.
That actually, guys, you all just kind of opened a door that we hadn't really thought of.
I mean, it's going to have to be.
It's going to have to be approved. It's going to have to be. We're going to have to talk. Right. It's going to have to be a
conversation.
And
I know. So in the beginning, I know with the donkeys, I know they eat the same hay and everything, but I know like donkeys, I don't think Jay gives them grains. So there'd be some feeding things there I would have to look at, and also we pretty much give the cows and goats free range of hay. If I remember right, the donkeys, it's possible for them to overeat. And if you guys know anything about donkeys, the fat thing on the back of their necks, if it falls over and they get too heavy, I don't know if they can recover from that. I don't know if it's called foundering or something like that. So that's something I would have to, because I don't want that to happen. Gail, yes, Sinko absolutely got sick. Sinko caught some worms, lost a lot of weight, and the two other boys at the time were bullying him around.
Mm-hmm. Sinko's a Jersey bull, correct?
I think he's Holstein.
Is he Holstein?
I think
Okay.
so.
I don't have no idea. I just
Yeah, I
think
think
he's
so.
cute. Carly, I had to read your comment a while back. I actually watch videos, and I'm like at work, like I will be smiling watching videos of Sinko. He's just funny.
See this, and I don't know why I never thought of that. You guys are awesome. That is, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I know that.
Carrie said the crest, if it breaks, it can recover, but it's a long, hard
Okay,
process.
see, that's stuff I don't know about. I know, guys, I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
It's Holstein. Okay.
I absolutely know nothing about donkeys. Nothing.
Yes, Marcia, he is a Holstein bull. I just learned that today. I just thought he was a cute little guy.
He is a cute little guy. Yeah, so that's what I heard too, that it's painful and it's a thing. And I just Uno was a Jersey.
Yeah, and I think I think we've talked about it. We do have some friends that are farmers.
They do the dairy thing.
They do the dairy.
They're legit. I mean, not that, you know what I mean. They're doing it. They're making their money from their animals.
Right.
Milk.
But at least, I mean, they're more familiar. Of course, we are just, like I said, we don't have a lot of knowledge, but I promise you, we are researching everything, and we're not going to make any, crazy decisions. And actually, we appreciate you all throwing out ideas that, because I think sometimes we just get stuck in our, like, this is what we're going to do. So sometimes I think you all throwing out, all the time you all throwing out ideas is great.
Absolutely. We appreciate it.
Kombucha?
What's that? I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, video.
I don't know what
They
that
do videos on animal care and food for that animal.
Oh.
They can work with you to get the best food for your animal.
So I feel like the feed mill so obviously I've picked up feed and whatnot. So the feed mill that we go to, I know has all kinds of other things other than what we get for the sheep and the goat and the layered crumble for the chickens and whatnot and the pigs. Carly, I thought about that. That was one of my original ideas to get a cow that was pregnant and let all that happen. Here's what I'm worried about. If I end up with a bull or two, in my mind, there's only two things that bulls will get in arguments over is when a female's in heat or has a cow and over food. Now, I watched Lester, and I know that his females and all the things are together and there's really no issues. But I do know that Lester said about he would have to move them if whatever. I don't know if I'm prepared for that. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely something to think about. Ricardo, a Longhorn I've found two farms here that have them. That is definitely, I want a Longhorn. I said to Jay today, so we're driving a truck on the back part of the property, and I'll do better at getting content out there. I just get so excited when I'm out there. But how cool would it be to be back there on the Argo or whatever and having a Longhorn walk around? And sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, it's fine. No. I understand.
And then there's neighbors that haven't been real nice to the Steinmetzes, and I know who they are because I've been there long enough. And they were worried about Chuck. Can you imagine if there's a Longhorn walking around with freaking horns sticking? Wow, guys. Imagine the Longhorns walking around. They're really scared. So let's take a minute and focus on Annette Reese.
Yeah, she's getting ready to have cancer surgery. So let's all keep in her prayers.
Absolutely. Annette, we will definitely keep you in our thoughts and our prayers. We appreciate so much what you did for us.
Absolutely.
And hopefully things go well. When is your actual surgery?
I don't know. Yep. If you have a female, she'll draw other bulls in the area.
Right.
The Longhorn will take the alpha position.
And that's the thing I need to think about, guys.
But our next cow is not going to be a Longhorn.
No.
Longhorn's down
the road.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
My next goal will be fencing. And then after that, as far as animal goes, whatever, listen, if I would talk to Jay and we could come up with some kind of arrangement or whatever, and the donkey is the thing, and that's the thing, that's the next animal, even if it's a temporary situation, I would do that as long as everybody can be safe and happy and content. And then obviously my 4 goats. 5.
Okay, this is
6.
look. Okay, I'm throwing this out there. I have no idea if it would be a possibility. So,
Mhm.
guys, would there be any way to, let's say Sinko gets fixed, life is good.
Mhm.
Do you think there'd be any way to do like a little bit of an introduction at Jay's new farm, just so
Well, I think they've been around each other.
have like
I
okay,
think so. I mean,
okay.
but maybe, and maybe.
And honestly, I don't think Sinko is going to be aggressive.
Oh, I don't think
I
so
don't
either.
think. I think
Not to the donkey.
now. I think his
The donkey will bite him square on the rear end.
I think his insanity is just he is excited and he feels good. And I like if I was Jay, I would be scared of any bull. It doesn't matter what. I would be terrified of any bull.
Absolutely.
He's
been
been through
it.
so much. I would
Absolutely.
be terrified.
Absolutely.
But and I think he's big and I don't think he'd ever mean to hurt. I don't think he would ever come intending to hurt. I just think he's
Right.
a big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Prayers to Annette for sure. Did you see when her surgery is?
No, I didn't.
No.
We'll go back and look.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I feel like I had you guys long enough.
He does love goats.
And that's the thing. I know Jay had mentioned like maybe Pep coming over and living out his days. I know Sinko is him and Mama Rain are buddies. I don't know. Like I said, even if it's a temporary thing and we switch things, I don't know. I don't know.
Definitely ask Jamie and Lester about the mixing of the animals.
Yes. So I have mentioned, listen, do I have Lester? I don't want to bother Lester. Like I'm not going to, I know what he's doing this weekend. I'm not the type to bother him. He was on our live the other night and I said that, what?
May 13th.
Oh, May 13th.
That's
Okay.
when that surgery is.
Wow.
Sinko went after donkeys when being moved. I think he was just playing.
Yeah. So I would absolutely, when Lester frees up, I'm sure he'll give me a buzz or whatever. Pep seems to be doing good. I seen him this morning and I thought he was doing great. I actually sat with him and played with his beard and he looks good. Right, Debbie. I think we get them in a larger area and they're going to have no reason to,
Well, there are going to be plenty of resources
Right.
for them.
And Jay talked about today, and I don't know how you feel about this, that we could, the 3 cow garage, we could do things that and bring it up front for now. Because I looked up last night. Remember last night I was drawing things and I was studying and I brought up a GPS and I'm looking at lengths and all that. And to do a run-in shed for up to 5 cows. No, not today or tomorrow, but a 12 by 20 would be, I thought that was, now this would be just for the cows. A 12 by 20 would handle up to 5 cows in cold weather. I don't want to build a 10 by 10 and then have to do this and this eventually. And that's why I showed Jay, I said, right at the end of the road, I want a 16-foot gate. That way, if I ever have to bring a building in, all the things, like that's why this is taking a little bit of time, other than that car right there not being ready and that car and that car and that car. I want to do this right. I know we're going to make mistakes and I'm okay with that. But standing here and talking about, look what we thought, look what was never on my mind today. And now, who knows, right?
This could be your farm just as much as it is ours.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to take you guys along for the ride because you're all a huge part of it. We'll put it this way: without you guys, it
wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't happen.
Will Sinko be able to go in the trees like he used to?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a huge part of the plan.
They love that.
And quite honestly, not only do they love it, but it's shelter, guys. It gets them out of the sun. And the other thing I've been looking into, and I haven't talked to you about, I do think about this a lot more than, well, I lose sleep. But I'm looking at maybe possible fly control stuff. Mm-hmm. There's things you can do to help prevent flies. There's apparently there's things you can add to their food that the flies don't. So I'm looking at all these different things that I know are going to have to before we get into the situation where, so Jay said no to Hank.
Who's Hank?
The big sheep.
Oh.
Because Twizzler thinks he's a sheep.
Yes, I saw the video. Honestly, that's my biggest thing. I just hope that Sinko is happy.
We do not have to have permits for all this. Patty, I did talk to Jay about buildings, and we have a plan as far as the buildings go with that township, which I don't need to. Well, first off, we're not going to put a building up next week. Everything we're doing there, though, can be temporary. It can be, well, in my mind, it can be. The ideas I have, it could be unbolted, taken apart, and moved. So.
The pink shed.
The pink shed we are going to use in the beginning for the goats. It's not going to stay pink. I like the black and white ideas of it. Just looks clean. Mary agreed. So there's a couple pieces of wood on the outside that are going to get replaced. The roof, I was actually inside of it, guys. It's in pretty good shape. It's going to get painted white. It's going to have a black roof on it. I want to go inside and I want to pressure wash it out real good, make sure it's perfectly clean. There's already some wiring inside of there for some lighting and stuff. It may get moved from its current location. Jay said that the dingo is capable of moving it.
Oh, really?
Remember now, I'm going to rent a piece of equipment for a day to help clean up around there. And if I rent a piece of equipment, I'm going to get something a little bit bigger than the dingo.
I can drive it.
She can drive it, and that's all a part of the plan that we're talking about. That
scared the crap out of him. I'm like, who's standing there?
You're very disruptive. So we're going to probably rent a machine that's a little bit bigger than Jay's dingo, and then that can help us smooth some of the dirt out. It can help us pull the stakes up out, and I can also hook a chain around that pink shed and put it where we think we may want it. Originally I wanted to keep, we need to go over there and do a live from there again for people that, but there's a garden there. It's the Steinmetz family garden, and I love it. Now it needs work and it needs help. It's overgrown right now because nobody's been there. But Jay, he's like, you need to just knock that down. And today he came up with a really cool idea. So here's listen to this though. You know where the front fence is? Like as you're walking up to the property, the garden's right here. There's that gate he said, what about taking that front row down, right? That front whole section of fence, the whole way across, right? Filling that all in with gravel and leaving the rest of the fence up and putting the camper right there.
Now that may be a good idea. Yeah.
And then I thought we wouldn't have to be as wide, that maybe we make like he's got some of them raised beds, like maybe keep some of them and plant flowers. I think that would be really cool. He's done so much work there that goes unseen with all the Debbie, I agree with you 100% about the black roof. But remember, the roof that's on there right now is black shingles. And instead of ripping all them shingles off, remember, Jay was a contractor. I'm going to take the metal and put it right over that so it's already a black roof. And then I want ridge vents in there so we can get cross ventilation up high. So yes, you're absolutely right. It was black, or the black metal would be black, but would actually be insulated a little bit even more because there would be another layer on top of it. I wouldn't be ripping these shingles off, and I'd just be putting the black metal right over it. Hiller, we have a 30-foot Freedom Express by Coachman bumper pull, one slide.
I like the garden, but I like that idea too.
I love the garden. And I'm like, I can't knock it down, Jay. I can't. There's you guys, unless you're there, and unless I've eaten stuff off of that garden already. I've seen how beautiful it can be. Now, it didn't grow cheeseburgers or nothing, which is a problem, but it just,
we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of got to decide. Well, not really, I guess, but. Oh, cool, Hillary. Yeah, it's a nice little camper. It's got, I don't know, it's got.
We bought it during COVID when everybody else in the world bought a camper. We
need to go over and go into that and make sure it's an exhaust fan. Absolutely. So yes, and that's what I'm talking about, the ridge vents, because I don't want it to condensate or anything like that. So yeah.
Could we keep something about I do love the fence for the garden.
Yes. I don't want to knock the garden down. Jay's like, knock it down or I'll knock it down. He started pulling on it today. I'm like, no.
Brandy thinks you should have a burger tree.
If they had a burger tree, I'd plant her. I would plan her. Yeah. Mary, that's a good idea about what you said about the garden. Yes.
Yeah, and folks, I don't know anything about gardening, so y'all are gonna have to help me.
Yeah. Do we have anybody that lives in the area that's good at gardening?
I'm not.
Hillary, we had a so I don't know if you ever went to Eagles Peak. We had a permanent site there for 2 years, and they kept raising the price up. I'm like, it would have been like $6,000 to see. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's beautiful there, and they do a lot of cool stuff. But and plus with Jaden's racing, it made no. We were never there,
Right.
so
By putting the camper there, will it block the sun?
no,
Okay.
no, nope. Where we would plant, and guys, Mary and I will go over there and we'll do a live so we can kind of, now that we have a little bit more of an idea of what we're doing, pretty much. My dream would be to build something very similar to what Lester has with the concrete pad that's all leveled out, the roof over it. Now, if we keep the garden, I may just leave the stone there, build some kind of little wooden deck. But my dream would be to be able to sit right there outside of our camper with our awning down and be able to look out across the field, because we would actually be sitting up just a little bit higher. And I've been there, guys, when the sun sets. And even today, when we finally got Jay to quit talking for a minute, it's so beautiful, guys. It's so quiet, and that's I want to be able to share that with you guys. I really want to be able to share that with you guys.
I like that, Jackie. Jackie said maybe we have a girls' day and help with the garden. That would be fun.
Absolutely. And you know who likes to camp?
Who?
Andy.
Really?
Yep. And Tanya don't really care for it. I said that we'll have it. How cool would that be? You could have a girls' weekend there. We could have a boys' weekend. Like,
yeah,
it just could be wonderful. It could be absolutely wonderful. We're going to have a fire pit there where we can have fires, and we're going to have a grill set up. We can cook. Like, it's going to be really, really cool.
And I think, and I'm just going back for a long time. Somebody asked the question, like, pretty much, I think they were thinking that you were going to live one place and I was going to live the other. That's just not the plan.
No, I'm not saying that they're like in the beginning, like when Sinko first gets moved over. I'm probably one of us is probably going to spend some nights there.
Oh yeah. At least the first week.
Yeah, and then like I said, we do absolutely plan on having internet over there and some cameras and some kind of security system. I believe what we can do is we can even go onto YouTube and leave it as private and still have it like we don't want to bother you guys with all the things. Now I realize there's going to be occasions where you guys are going to want to see the animals, and that's something we can look at and work out. But
we can have a video camera set it to private so we can see what's going on, just to be safe.
Yep.
I wish everybody lived closer.
You guys just coming on here and spending your time with us, listening to us blab on about what we want is helping us.
And giving us
absolutely and giving us ideas and supporting us and saying kind things. And we so much appreciate your time. You know, time, they don't make more of it.
Right.
It's not that you can go buy time. So absolutely appreciate you guys so much for joining in and just listening to us and giving us great ideas. And really appreciate you. Justin stops talking occasionally. Oh, like I said, I feel like we had you guys long enough. We so much appreciate you. We love you all. Everybody, if you could just say a prayer for Annette that her cancer surgery in May goes well. Pig house. And then I'm going to quit. Starlink, right? Starlink's not out of the question. The pig house at this point is going to stay where it's at. There was talk of bringing the pigs over. The pig area needs a lot of work. Some trees fell and knocked some of the fencing down. I'm not opposed to having the pigs over there. Not now. Not now.
I didn't know about the pigs. Jaden would love that.
Jaden would hate that.
I know.
But again, if you guys could, when you get off here, just say a quick prayer for Annette Reese.
May 13th is her surgery date.
May 13th. And
Ricardo's mama.
And Ricardo's mama. That's on oxygen. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But we truly appreciate you guys.
And if we didn't get to one of your all's comments, I apologize. Send us an email. We'll get back with you. We love you all. We appreciate everything you do.
Absolutely. Remember, guys.
What if?
What if? Eugene, you green.
You green. No.
You have anything to say? He's
No.
still mad about the race cars not being done. All right, guys. Have a great day. We will see you soon. Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.